All right, so you guys know we got to talk about this game, man.
I want some nasty. Are we having fun yet?
Joshua Primo. I'm just kidding. No. We're gonna actually talk about the game as a whole, and I'll give you my thoughts and takes on all of the players actually. So before we do that, really quick though, if you guys want to support the channel, clanthemerchfan.com, link in the description. Please go support your boy. If $23 or $24 is too much for a t-shirt, I understand. Get yourself a sticker. It's only $5 per month. Also on the site, it's $5. Look, if that's too much, I understand. Become a patron and a YouTube member. That's only $2 per month. So if you guys want to support, there's plenty of ways to do so, and I really do appreciate all the love. So all right, so we're talking about Joshua Primo. I'm just kidding. We're going to talk about the team as a whole, and I'll just give you my thoughts on this game against the Oklahoma City Thunder. By the way, I did not know they were 5-1 in the preseason. Okay, all right, our tank is real. We're 1-4, baby. All right, so let's go ahead and look at this. So, whoa, wait. Yo, I did not. Okay, guys, we do have to talk about this. All right, I did not look at the, because this is how I usually do it, okay? It's always the eye test with me. And then when I do these videos, I'm looking at the stats and, you know, trying to see if it lines up to what I've seen, if anything shocks me. And this shocked the crap out of me. 19% from three? I did not realize we did that bad. What the heck? I mean, 26 threes, that's quite a few to take, but not a lot. How the heck did we... Let's see, Branham 0 for 3, Vassell 1 for 6. That is wild to me. All right, so yeah, anyways. All right, we're going to go from player to player to player to player, and I'll give you my thoughts on each. So we'll start with Jeremy Sohan. So what did I see? All right, okay. This is what I got to say about Jeremy Sohan, okay? Absolutely love him. I love his defense. That's what's keeping him out there. And I know it's just preseason, but that's what's going to keep him out there. Okay. There's no way Sohan doesn't get a lot of minutes, this season, because he is so good at switching on defense. He's a good communicator, very aggressive on defense, but here's the problem. Okay. Here's the problem. He's a little too aggressive, but not only that, I feel like and this was the first game that I noticed it. It might've been this game and last game, honestly, but this game really showed it. It felt as if, and it just might be a feeling of mine, it felt as if Jeremy Sohan was a little out of place. Like, I don't know if it was the fact that Keldon Johnson and Devin Vassell playing, and he really had to kind of take a back seat a little bit, but he wasn't as vocal in this game. Don't get me wrong, he still did his thing. You can see here, 1 steal, 7 rebounds. Like, he was still doing his thing. And 3 for 7, not terrible, especially for what we need from him right now. But man, I'll be honest with you, he just was not 100% his element. And then as far as his aggression on the offensive end, it was a few times where it was like he tried to do a putback at one point, which, you know, that was fine. But then he tried to do another putback, and it was like a layup. Like, he tried to lay it in. It's like, what are you doing? Slam that, you know, dunk that. And that was kind of strange. He missed that shot. But after that, he did dunk and get a little bit more aggressive. And I only saw Jeremy Sohan be Jeremy Sohan near the end of the game, in which Popovich went ahead and put in Blake Wesley and Malachi Branham. And then I instantly saw Jeremy Sohan, who was way more active as far as communicating with his teammates. Just, you know, a little bit more aggressive on the offensive end with trying to get even teammates involved. And it might just be a part of like the personnel that was out there, but it's just a feeling I got. It felt like Jeremy Sohan kind of took a backseat too much to Keldon Johnson, because, you know, Keldon Johnson's a strong personality. That's just what I saw. Once again, complete conjecture, just what I noticed from him. But overall, you know, he's a rookie. Who cares? He'll be fine. Keldon Johnson, 8 for 19. Not great. Not great at all. 0 for 5 from 3. But we're not going to see this often with Keldon. But I did like what I saw for the most part. He was still doing Keldon Johnson-like things. Very aggressive. But his limitations did show. And I talk about this all the time. Not a big deal. Not the end of the world. It's just a matter that you're going to need some stars on the team, obviously. And this is going to be his limitation forever, because the two things that he does well, catch and shoot threes, which I think he's gotten really good at that, and just driving to the basket, using his big body and driving to the basket and trying to lay it in. Not a lot of mid-range game, not a lot of inside game. It's basically what you know what you're going to get, okay? You're going to get a driving Keldon, or you're going to get a Keldon shooting out for three, but also pretty decent passer as well. So, but overall, you know, that's going to be his limitations, and you're going to have games, especially if the defense can kind of hone in on it, in which they're going to, you know, stop you quite a bit. So just throwing that out there, and that's going to be a continuous thing. Not every game, but it's going to be a few games that we run into that Keldon will struggle because of that limitation. But if, obviously, we'll talk about some other players. If other players kind of step up, like Devin Vassell and Josh Primo, it'll open it up for him way more, and he'll be fine. But 3 for 4 free throws, pretty good. Not pretty good. That's great. 3 offensive rebounds, great. 4 rebounds, great. And I think, by the way, he really earned his name Big Body, because in this game he was utilizing that body. It was really good. He was really aggressive. 3 assists, 1 steal, 4 personal fouls. We don't care about that. 19 points overall. All right. Jakob Poeltl did Jakob Poeltl type things. Do you guys really need me to go? I feel like every time we do Jakob, like we go over Jakob, it's like I don't even really need to address it. 5 turnovers. I actually didn't notice that he had 5 turnovers. I had to go back and watch the game to recognize how many turnovers he actually had. He had the most turnovers in the game. That's weird. Is it between both teams? Yeah, basically between both teams. Robinson on their team had 5 as well. Wait, no. No. He had the most amongst both teams. Wow. Okay. Anyways, moving on. Trey Jones, same thing that I always see. Didn't do poorly at all. He did pretty well. He was playing very. He does this often. I mean, he's a good point guard, but he was playing very quick, man. Very quick player. His first step looks even faster from last season, and that might just be me, but I don't know. That's what I noticed. Now I will say this. I think now this is my take on this. Okay, when we talking about like who's the starting point guard or whatever, from these last few games, if I'm comparing, because it's only going to be 2 options we have here, right? Trey Jones or Josh Primo. Who's the starting point guard? I'm starting to think that Trey Jones should be the starting point guard, but that's another. It's not the reason that you might think. But I will say this: Trey Jones, while I think that his vision and Primo's vision are like almost identical, I think Trey Jones has more zip on his passes than Josh Primo, and that's something that Primo is just going to have to work at. But he definitely has way more zip. So yeah, I do like him as a initiator, if you will. And yeah, see. All right, so good job from Trey Jones. Not terrible. 3 for 8 isn't good. 1 for 1 from 3. Hopefully you can keep that up. At least take a 3 a game. But moving on. Devin Vassell, 6 for 16. Once again, he struggled as well. Him and Keldon Johnson are just 2 of those guys that they're going to struggle here and there, especially with some of the limitations that they have. But 1 for 6 from 3, he could have did better than that, but it was one shot that was just beautiful, man. On the left side, but yeah, that's besides the point. Who cares? Free throw 5 for 5. That is great. Actually, what was our overall free throw percentage? 73%. Okay, it's pretty doggone good. Moving on. 4 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals. Did good. He did fine. 28 minutes. Moving on. Isaiah Roby. About the same thing. I got a little frustrated with Jeremy Sohan. I'm not going to lie to you guys. Because near the end of the game, Isaiah Roby was wide open for a 3, but you could tell that Jeremy Sohan was purposefully trying to get Malachi Branham involved to shoot a 3. And that's just a matter of, hey, that's his boys. The last preseason game, he's trying to get them involved, but just play the game naturally, my guy. Isaiah Roby was wide open, but we know Roby's gonna get plenty of minutes, so whatever. But he did fine. Doug McDermott did Doug McDermott type things. Nothing really see here. And he attempted to get a dunk, and it was swatted, dog. It was so bad. KBD, man, I don't know. When we talk about like who's gonna be cut, I am a believer now that Romeo Langford should probably stay. He's shown way more aggression in the last couple of games. And I think about this. Keldon Johnson, I just recorded a video, and I don't know when it'll be uploaded. But Keldon Johnson had a press conference in which he was talking about how he preached defense to the guys. And I kid you not, ever since Keldon Johnson came back into the lineup, Romeo Langford played differently. And it's just an eye test thing, like I said. But he played with a little bit more aggression defensively that I noticed. And I was not seeing that before. So really good. I'm just, it could not be, correlated at all. But I just noticed that. So Romeo Langford, he showed me a lot just in the last few days. And I'm like, oh, man, maybe we should just hang on to that, hang on to that potential, because KBD, as much as like we like him and stuff, he let's be honest, he is a little expendable. I mean, I'm not trying to be a jerk, but I mean, you can find other KBDs, right? But Romeo Langford, what he's shown, it's like you don't find that too often. So I don't know. We'll see what the Spurs do. We're gonna get to Primo. Hold on. Malachi Branham played barely any minutes. It's fine. Blake Wesley, only 3 minutes. It's fine. Josh Primo. I've been trying to tell you guys, man, but nobody listens to me. Nobody wants to listen to me. And I'm pretty sure plenty of people are going to say it's just a preseason game, Clan, chill. I don't know what it's going to take, but you're going to see this over and over again, because this is who Joshua Primo is. I've been preaching it for the longest. Some people just say, oh, Clan, you just saying it because you like Josh Primo. I don't just randomly like players, okay? It's something that I see. Like, if you're a Spur, obviously I'm going to support you, right? But it's something that I see that I was just pointing out. And I'm not the only one. Obviously, other Spurs fans have seen it as well. But I did pay attention to the G League games last season. And I saw Josh Primo, when told by the coaches, hey, turn it on, we need to try to win a game, he would just turn it on out of nowhere. And you see so many things in his bag for him to get points. In this game, this is the first time that I saw Josh Primo aggressive from the jump. Because most of the time what Josh Primo usually does, and his coaching, is, hey, go out there, facilitate for your teammates, get into the corner, okay? And then once the second half come around and we need more points, hey, Josh Primo, you think you can turn it on real quick and try to save the game? That's what I've seen in the G League. It happened in the Summer League, game 1, and I just knew that Josh Primo, if he's given the opportunity to be aggressive the entire game, he can show what he can do. Dude has crazy great handles. He's really good around the rim. There's nothing in Josh Primo's game that I sit back and I just get fully worried about. The only thing in this past game where I was like, I don't know, was his lateral quickness on defense. But I think that comes down to his ankle. But I also saw that Josh Primo seemed like he was reserving some energy a little bit for the offensive end of the court. Not fully, right? He was still playing some defense. But yeah, I saw the poise. I saw the handles. It's always been there. The way that he utilized screens is absolutely ridiculous. If you can team him up as he grows, and you team him up with a star caliber player, something serious, man. Something serious can really come from it. Now, the only things that I saw from Josh Primo that he's going to have to work on, and I actually mentioned it in this video, is he's going to have to work on putting a little bit more zip on his passes. Some of them, they're not necessarily lazy. He read it correctly, but that lack of zip that he puts on it, and that's just, me being, non-basketball terms, right? It just seems as if that's what makes, the turnovers pile up. So you can see he had 4 turnovers, and I think that that's kind of what threw it off a little bit. Not that he's making the wrong pass, because usually it's the right pass. Like, it's not just a pass. There was no pass that I saw in this game where I was like, what the heck were you doing, Josh? Every single pass was a good pass. He just didn't put enough zing on it, But overall, it was fine. So those are the 2 concerns I have, is him putting a little bit more zip on the ball and his lateral quickness. But overall, what I saw was a Josh Primo that we're going to see all the time. Now, I was frustrated. Like, I was really, really frustrated. Because at the end of this game, you guys know, near the end of the game, he was hitting some clutch shots. Okay, Primo's showing some clutchness even in the G League. Okay, he hit some clutch shots. One mid-range shot at the end, I was like, oh snap, he's about to win us this game. And then Pop pulled him, and he said, all right, okay, that's enough. We don't want to get you hurt, because I think on the defensive play, Primo fell down. He's like, all right, we're going to sit you down. And it was literally like just a few minutes left, man. Like 4 minutes left. And he just brought in, he said, all right, Blake Wesley, Malachi Branham, go in there. You know, I was like, oh, man, come on. Like, I really wanted to see him finish that game and go ahead and win it for us, because he could have easily put up 30 near the end. But, yeah, it is what it is. That frustrated me. But hopefully, I'll be honest with you guys, I kind of hope that the season goes that way as well. Like, Primo gets within one, and then Pop just like, all right, time to tank. Zach Collins get in there at point guard. Like, I really hope that happens. But overall, he was absolutely incredible. And I keep saying it over and over and over again. Nobody really wanted to listen. But I truly do mean this. By the way, follow me on Twitter if you could, please. Follow me on Twitter. Anyone, please, just follow me on Twitter. All right. Anyways, that's what? Okay, so I said Primo's going to be a star, and this dude said, no, he won't. When he does, I owe you. Why do people just want him to fail? I don't know. I don't know. I saw the box score, immediately thought of you. Oh, looking forward to a Josh Primo rave video. Okay, on YT tomorrow. Oh, crap. Yeah, I didn't post anything on Josh Primo. Well, this will be the video that I guess praises Josh Primo. Anyways, thank you guys so much for the support. I really do appreciate it. Once again, if you want to support in different ways, clanthemerchfan.com, link in the description, or become a Patreon YouTube member, only $2 a month. All right, I'm getting out of here. Deuces.